So let's try this again. I forgot to hit record on the last voiceover I did. The photographs are just Google OneDrive sends me daily pictures of all the photographs and images I've taken over on a particular day over the years. I think it feels like it'll make me feel warm and fuzzy. I just use an opportunity to delete a lot of those photographs because my OneDrive is filling up. This is back still in Laurions Inn. I have downloaded a map now after kind of exploring it on my own for a while because I want to get some information on placeholders. I don't have time, or I'm not willing to take the time to learn that all on my own in the beta when we know it closes out in December. My voice is a little hoarse, I think partly from playing again with my friends and having to explain constantly all the little changes to EverQuest and how it's no longer 1999 2000. Also, when I've been working, I'm now training 3 new people to kind of take over, and I'm talking a lot more than I'm used to. There's a lot more social interaction than I'm used to. Let's see. So this is Laurions Inn. It's basically an oblong zone with cut in 2 by a riverway, and then each quadrant is going to have mobs that will fill out a particular mercenary tasks. I haven't run into anything that is not snareable or that summons, so that makes it fairly easy. I am using my one-handed weapon and two-handed, or my one-handed weapon and shield because, as was pointed out in the comments, my two-handed staff was breaking root. Root works perfectly fine here. Not a problem as long as you don't, as long as you click off flesh to, your various procs, like your two-handed, etc. So I'm using the bandolier. I don't even have augments really in my one-handed weapon and shield because I hadn't been using it that much lately. The one-handed I have does give me back some mana, which is nice. This zone has undead, summon monsters, these brownies, spiders, bats. Now, I never actually got a chance to pull that mob. It went right for my cleric, which is kind of interesting there. I did not, I targeted him, but I had not yet pulled him, and he just aggroed, which is fun. Let's see. I am tanking here, and the main reason I'm pet tanking, one reason is it just keeps Pestilent Paralysis ready up to go because I find there's a lot of ads here. You can, I could pull careful and avoid them, but I'm, if I stay near the edges and snare and pull them in, I won't have to deal with ads. Then I could root rot, and I was doing that somewhat. But I'm not really worried about the experience right now. I'm more just checking the boxes for my mercenary tasks. The mobs here are like level 121 to 124, the trash mobs, and that's really all I've dealt with at this point. I haven't had any luck with the names yet, which is one reason I said, as I said, I downloaded the map to get some placeholder information. I'll be moving on to another zone as soon as I finish out the mercenary tasks. A lot of hit points. Mobs have a lot of hit points, which is one reason wounds is something I need to put on every mob because the battles are lasting over 2 minutes. Unless I burn. Sending my pet. Again, my keybind system is 1, 2, and 3. Those do your nukes, your pet heals and runes, and 3 is. Oh well, 1 is attack, 2 is my blood proc, my skeleton swarm, and death bloom of all things, and then 3 is pet runes and heals. So here we've got an ad. That's one reason why I keep Pestilent Paralysis up and ready to go. So I boot him out, and then I'll just dot up the ad, and we should be able to kill both of these mobs in pretty short order. They're probably both level 124, so red to 120. But again, because they're rootable, they're snareable, they're not particularly difficult. They don't seem to hit incredibly hard, but I can't really judge that because my character is a fairly advanced level 120 in terms of AAs and gear. If I was on a heroic necromancer doing a zone, a level appropriate zone like this, I would probably be using my warrior pet if I was pet tanking, and might be a lot more careful in the pulling and doing the root rotting until I had gotten sufficient AAs to strengthen up my pet and strengthen my dots and do more damage. But as I said, my system is 1, 2, 3. I don't really use 4 much. And then my dots are 6 dots that I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0, 10. And so I can cast all of that by just keyboarding it. Equal is my death piece, and everything else I manually click. With Death Bloom, mana just really doesn't seem to be a problem. I don't have to spend much time, if any, meting back up. I get down to about 40% mana occasionally. Most of the time I'm just able to roll to the next mob. And as I said, I'm dotting up these ads so they'll die fairly quick. If you're aggressive, you could probably just start root rotting three mobs at once. This is a very simple tier 1 zone. It's going to be, something that I think anybody can grind in. Because as I said, if you can root and snare a mob as a necro or many other classes, then you can kill that mob. And if you have a group, you'll just burn through these mobs. I don't have a sense what the experience is like yet, because of... So we'll see. I'm hoping they'll be fairly generous in experience, and it'll be a great way for people to get their AAs up. Well, that's it. It's just a little more introduction into Laurions Inn, and I will talk to you guys later. I'm hoping to move on to another zone soon, as soon as I finish up these mercenary tasks.